St. Luke chapter 5. Verse 5. Amen. I'm sorry, that's 17 verse through 20. Amen. And it came to pass on a certain day, as he was teaching, that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by, which were come out of every town of Galilee and Judea. That's St. Luke chapter 5, verse 17. And I want to start with verse 20. Verse 17 through 20. All right? All right. Amen. And it came to pass on a certain day, as he was teaching, that there were Pharisees and doctors of the law sitting by, which were come out of every town of Galilee and Judea and Jerusalem. And the power of the Lord was present to heal them. And behold, men brought in a bed a man which was taken with palsy, and they sought means to bring him in and to lay him before him. And when they could not find by what way they might bring him in, because of the multitude, they went upon the housetop and let him down through the tiling and his couch into the midst before Jesus. And when he saw their faith, he said unto him, man, thy sins are forgiven thee. Did you hear that? Amen. Read that again. And when he saw their faith, he said their faith, he said unto him, man, thy sins are forgiven thee. From the 19th verse, I take my text and my thought there. It says, and when they could not find by what way they might bring him in because of the multitude, they went upon the housetop and let him down through the tiling, which is couch, into the midst before Jesus. I'm preaching real briefly. Don't stop at the top. Don't stop at the top. Say, neighbor. Neighbor. Whatever you do. Whatever you do. Y'all got kind of weak now. Say, neighbor. Neighbor. Whatever you do. Whatever you do. Don't stop at the top. Don't stop at the top. The reason why I say that, some of us, we get to a place in God, and what happens is, and I promise you I'm going to let you go. What happens is, we get to a place in our life and in our ministry, and we think because we learn a few things that it's okay to stop right there. Our faith only stops right where we at. We can't go no farther in ministry because we only live just right there. Well, what do you mean just right there? Well, if you're a pastor, you satisfied with 30. If you're a pastor, you satisfied with 100. If you're an elder, you satisfied with just preaching every now and then on a Friday night deliverance service. Well, if you're an evangelist, you satisfied by just coming in, bringing somebody in, doing 2 or 3 revivals, bring somebody in every now and then, you satisfied. Well, if you're a teacher, you're satisfied if I just teach the Sunday school and that's it. You're not willing to be challenged or go to the next dimension in God. So what you do, you get stuck right there. But this man challenges the very core of who Jesus is, because not only is his faith activated, his friend's faith is activated. His friend's faith is activated and elevated because his friend realized the courageousness of what he wants to do. This man wants to go up on the roof, take off the roof, and in our case, in where we are today, in today's society, it's called, or in the 21st century, it's called the shingles, which is right on top of your roof. Take the shingles off the roof and be lowered right in the midst of where Jesus is giving a revival, where Jesus is preaching, where Jesus is healing the sick, where Jesus is casting out leprosy, where Jesus is calling those things that be not as though they were. Jesus himself is right in the middle of working, and his courageousness said, listen, friends, I want to go to the rooftop and interrupt Jesus' service because I need a healing. I need a breakthrough. I need some help. Anybody ever got to the point, you know, I don't care what's going on with anybody else, and I need God to come to my rescue right now. I need God to fix my situation right now. This is what this man's problem was. He had been laying in this position all these years, and he got tired of it. And I said to you a few weeks back, it's not until you get tired of being sick and tired of something before you start doing something. So you have to get tired of being tired. Because you just saying you're tired, it's not good enough. Because the devil ain't pushed the right button yet. But when you get tired, baby, let me tell you something. When you really get tired of something, you're not only going to do something about it, you're going to make haste to help have somebody that can do something about it, do something about it. Come on, touch somebody and say it's time to do something about what we're in. Now, watch this. This man, he was so convincing that he got his friends. People, God, what I'm trying to tell you, you got to be to the point that if God is blessing you and God is anointing you to do something, that anybody that's around you, like I just said earlier, you got to be convincing enough that you will begin to rub off on them, and they will begin to say, you know what? You know what? You know what? I'm going with you because it's something that you keep doing, or something is changing about you because you get too excited about showing up there. I got to find out what's going on over there because I ain't never, ever, 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 ever seen you get so excited about something. I ain't never seen you change like this. Girl, I ain't never seen you want to run that fast to the church. Y'all didn't hear me. Maybe it don't happen to you. Maybe it happened down the street. But it happened somewhere in your life because you have to come to a place, again, where you get tired of being tired. And you get tired of going through the same old changes. You get tired of the same old merry-go-round. You get tired of the same old people around you talking about they tired. But they ain't doing nothing to get out of being tired. So then they sit up there and say, I'm tired too, girl, I'm tired. Girl, you sick? I'm sick too. Man, you tired? Yeah, man, I'm tired too. All y'all tired, but you ain't did nothing about being tired. So you just walk around just tired together, just tired. But here's the problem. If nobody get up and do something about it, nobody gonna break the circle of being tired.
Yes, yes. Amen.
So look, he go to man. The man says, he says, you know what? I got a plan. And so often we fail at planning stuff because we don't understand the concept of planning. See, if you fail to plan to fail. See, if you don't plan nothing and you just go to do something, sometimes the thing that you start building fall before it gets built because you're around the wrong planners. I'm going to let that register do in a while. For you for a while. Because see, when you got people around you that don't have purpose in their life, what is purpose? Purpose is a word that abuse is bound to happen. You're not an accident, but you're here because you have a purpose. And God has your name written all over. What does that mean? It only simply means if a person don't have nothing going for themselves in life, they want to make sure you don't have nothing going. Even though they see you got something going, but you ain't got enough sense enough to know that they already know that you got something going on. So you want to keep on carrying them, and they stabbing you in the back and then asking you where the blood is coming from. But they still stabbing the dagger in you. But here's God. He's trying to make you get like this man, get tired of being tired, and come up with a plan and say, I want Jesus. If I don't get nothing else, if I got Jesus, that's enough. Whatever it takes to get to Jesus, I'm going to do it. If I got to give up all to get to Jesus, so be it. All to Jesus I owe. It's all or nothing at all, people of God. So you got to get to a place that God becomes everything to you. Everything that he means to you should be come out through your actions. See, your action, if it don't bring a reaction, then it's a bad action. So now you need God to reactivate you so you can create some action. Not only that your action get known, but people around you get attracted to your actions. Now they come to church with you. They would never come to church before, but now they come to church with you. They want to do something different. They want to see something different, but they got to see it in you. I feel like preaching here. They got to see something in you, and only what you do for Christ will last. Well, I got to show them something. How do I show them something, Apostle? I got to show them something through the way I live, the way I look, the way I view life. Things got to turn around for me. Yeah, I go to a job. I'm not happy there, but I got Jesus, and I'm changing the atmosphere. Until now, I'm getting favor with the bosses. Been working there a long time. Seemed like nobody was paying attention to me. But soon when I said yes to Jesus, woo! When I said yes to Jesus, things started happening. All of a sudden the boss want to give me time off. All of a sudden now the boss is saying I'm stealing something. All of a sudden now the boss is upset with me. All of a sudden now the boss is telling me people saying I did this and did that. But as long as I wasn't saved, I wasn't doing nothing, I didn't have a plan, it was no problem. The boss loved me. But the minute he found out I was a holy roller, I was a tongue speaker, tongue talker, smooth walker, shouting in the church, rolling down the aisle, falling in the floor, dancing till I couldn't dance no more. Now I got a problem. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. But here's God. This is what God says. I need somebody that will be courageous enough, that will challenge me, that will interrupt me while I'm on my throne. God Almighty. That will upset the angels when the angels couldn't worship me no more, because their problem made the angels stop. And because the angels is looking now that God's focus is not alone on them no more. It's on this person with a problem. See, what you don't understand, the angels will never have a testimony like you. The angels will never sing a song like you. The angels don't know what it is to go through. The angels don't know what it is to suffer. The angels don't. Y'all ain't hearing me here. You got something that the angels can't sing. You got a testimony that the angels can't testify to. You've been through hell and high water, and you want to get this far in God, and you want to give up now, but you can't give up, because giving up is not an option.
Yes, God. Hallelujah.
Watch this. He is God.
Jesus.
He is God, and I promise you, I'm hurrying. This is God.
Jesus.
He's Lord
Yes.
right in the midst of Jesus. And while he's Lord in the midst of Jesus, Jesus stops his crusade. He stops his other healing to heal him. Isn't that like Jesus? He can do all things all at one time. He can heal you, and then he can stop and heal me. Who better than Jesus? He's called Jesus the superstar. He's called the Lamb of God. He's called the great I am. He's called the lily of the valley. He's called the bright and morning star. He's called the way out of no way. He's called the most high horse. Y'all ain't hearing me. The most high one.
Yes, he is. Thank
But
you,
Jesus said, he said, he said, I was doing all right. Then you came to interrupt my crusade. I was laying hands and healing somebody. I was blessing somebody. And here you come in with all this faith. He said, man, your faith and your sins are forgiven because your faith has outweighed your sin. I'm trying to tell somebody, when you give God praise and when you worship God, even in the midst of your troubles, in the midst of your circumstance, and in the midst of you going through, God said, I got a reward for you. And the reward for you is, I want you better. I want you greater. I want you made whole. I want the total man healed. I want the inner man healed. I want your body healed. I want your eyes open. I want you to be able to lift your hands. I want you to be able to thank me. I want you to be able to praise me. I want you to be able to love me. I want you to be able to say, Lord, I thank you. You keep on making ways out of no way.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
But he is God.
Praise your name, Lord.
I said,
thank you, Jesus.
He said, you know what? I'm blessing you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Right in the midst of where you hurt the most.
Yes.
See, what I liked about this story, and I'm closing, he stopped right there. And the man knew what he was doing. See, let me tell you something. When you're desperate, you do desperate things. Is that right? Whether you be on God's side or not. When you're desperate enough, you're going to do something about it. See, let me tell you something. I'm going to give you a secret how to break a habit. One word. Desperation. I want you to think about that. Desperation brings motivation. And motivation, said earlier, brings demonstration. Now, why is you saying desperate? And why are you saying desperation? See, when you have desperation, you create acts, or you find out you got things and abilities in you that you didn't even realize that was there. Here we go, right here. Now, you think outside the box now. And see, this is all God is saying to us. He wants us to think like him. God will never fit in your box.
All right now, come on.
This is why years ago God told me to come out of denominations. He said, because you're putting me in the box and I'm too big to fit in a box. I kick every four corner out. Now watch this. The whole problem is what we seems to think is when we put God where we can control him by putting him in the box. God, I'll get you when I get ready. Okay, thank you, Holy Ghost. I'm going to do better than that. You old good old wino. He always have a whiskey bottle in his back pocket. You know why he have it there? Because every now and then he going to take a squeeze. Warm or cold. Watch this. And he going to tell you, I know what warm me up. He going to take a squeeze. Warm or cold. Well, that's how some of us do Jesus. When we want a little Jesus, we treat him just like the whiskey bottle, the wine head. I'm going to take a squeeze. Well, God don't want to be a squeeze drinker or part-time lover. Because what you do then, you put God in a box. And God said, I'm too big to fit in your box. I'm too big for you to tell me you got a problem that I can't fix. I'm too big for you to tell me you can't do it. I'm too big to say you can't make a way. I can't make a way. Well, God is saying, if I'm your God, and you're my daughter, you're my son, what do you mean you can't get the problem solved? And I can't solve the problem. Give it to me. Give it to me. That means in order to give something, you got to take it out of your hand and release it in his hand. Or when you take it out of your hand and release it in his hand, he's going to take it in his hand and throw it so far away from you that you can never reach it again.
Amen, amen, amen. Amen. Hallelujah.
I'm going to bless you real good. All these mothers in here. Hear the wisdom of the Lord. When your kid, your babies was crawling, you stayed around them to watch where they crawl. Didn't you? First thing, the kid is always inquisitive to go where? Buy something that's hot. What? The stove. Is that right? First few times you told them, don't touch it. Don't touch that stove. Stop. Don't touch it. And you just scared them. You just scared the devil out. They don't know what it means. But one day you got tired of telling them, don't touch it. And you let them crawl over there because you got tired chasing around the house. Because you come around and you be looking for, where's Johnny at? I don't know where's Johnny at. Johnny over there by the stove. Because he want to know why you said, don't touch that stove. So little Johnny over there, yeah. I don't know why babies do that with their little fingers.